Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media. It is Friday, the 1st of August, 2025. Let's talk about this photo here. A lot of you are going to become sentimental and daft, and you're going to think it's about Priscilla and Jux, and then you're going to start attacking me in the comments. I really don't care. Listen if you have a brain. Listen if you're a youth in Africa that has bad leaders and you want to get rid of them. This is one of the stories that I have to do because you have to know the root of all the evil happening to you. I am a daughter of a high-ranking politician who is now late. Though my father was not corrupt because he was not visibly stealing money like others, my dad did not have a house in Abuja, in Lagos, or in any foreign country. But not every politician is like that. They're known for different things. I'm not against politicians. I'm just against the lies. So I want you to listen to this story carefully. This story came out this morning from Tanzania, and it was brought to my attention by DW producers. If you're not familiar with DW is a news channel, agency, whatever you want to call it, news platform out of Europe, Dutch Wells. And DW Africa had this story about an uproar as the ruling party nominates family members of former leaders. I talked about this during Jux and Priscilla's wedding, okay? And I gave you the concrete information, though most of you really didn't pay attention and you didn't see anything. Now let me explain it well, where those two come in. Do you remember the media personality? The media personality that attacked Priscilla with a post saying she should cool down with all the posting of the wedding and everything, that she doesn't want the youth distracted. This media personality lives in America and she fled there. Many media personalities have fled the country. The same with Nigeria. I left myself. A lot of people fled, some left. At the end of the day, journalists cannot work when it comes to telling the truth. So they have to work from abroad. It's in almost every country, except America, of course, and some other countries that have democratic governments. But when that media personality told Priscilla not to post to distract the youth, they had a goal. Instead, Yabo fired back at her. And then it became a ruckus because Yabo clearly is what VDM calls him, anti-ode. She's not exactly intelligent. This was what I was talking about. Kikwete and Magufuli. And I did an entire video, and I'll give $1 million to whoever remembers what I said. None of you are going to get the $1 million because you don't even know what I said. You don't remember. So this morning, what we have is the president. Okay, I want you to look at the faces of this president. This is John Magufuli, the former president of Tanzania, the one that died during the pandemic. I hope you all remember what happened. When they told us that we must not go out, we must social distance when we go out, we must wear masks, wash our hands. Magufuli told the country that they don't have to do shit because COVID can be eradicated by Jesus. He dragged religion into COVID and he endangered a lot of people, including himself. He later died of COVID himself. But the Tanzania youth said he didn't die of COVID, that he was poisoned. He was poisoned by people who didn't like the way he was educating people about COVID. And they now used it to cover up as COVID. Now, you know a lot of people were poisoned during the pandemic. Yinka Odumakin was poisoned. Ajumabi was poisoned. Politicians were being poisoned during COVID for one reason or the other. No journalist is going to tell you what I'm saying because they stick their ass into media houses that prevent them from telling the truth. So now that you know John Magufuli, the person that was his vice president was a woman, Samia Suluhu. Okay, President Samia is the president of Tanzania now, the one that's cracking down on all the activists and all the opposition because she wants certain things done, okay, but the youth are saying they want some kind of change, they want election reforms, and they've been shouting about it. I have friends in Tanzania, and they're Tanzanian fans of mine. Both my friends are in either side of the party. I have people on Suluhu's side, I have people on the other side. But looking from my angle as a journalist, everybody has their own say. Some people don't want families in the government. Some people don't want nepotism. Some people don't want this or that. And then all the conspiracy theories about Magufuli being poisoned and he didn't die of COVID. But one thing I can tell you is that Magufuli was really reckless. The way he was telling people in his country, and the United Nations World Health Organization was so angry during that pandemic time. If you didn't follow IJ COVID-19, my pandemic investigation is series, then you don't know what's going on. This is the reason why you should be following me, but then that's too late. I've retired. Okay, let's go on. This is Jakaya. Okay, I think you remember me saying something about Jakaya. Okay, Kikwete, okay, Jakaya is 74 years old, and he was the former president of Tanzania as well. I think he's the founding president himself, the first one, after whatever they had there, maybe army, but I think he's the first democratic. I'm going to check. If you look on the bottom of this Wikipedia snapshot, you'll see children. Ridwani, Kikwete, Kafan Kikwete. If you go to Wikipedia and you Google Kikwete's Wikipedia, look on that Wikipedia and scroll to the bottom and notice that almost everything in the country is named after him. If it's not Kikwete Bridge, it's Magufuli Bridge. If it's not these two, everything is named after them. But Kikwete has more things named after him in Tanzania than any other thing, okay? Like I said, there will be people that will like Chakaya and others that wouldn't like him. That's why they have oppositions. All right, so let's go on. Where do these two come in? Jux and Priscilla. I told you, all right, that Jux' uncle, okay, is Kikwete, all right, the former president of Tanzania, okay, related to his mother. All right, I'm not going to get into the deep stuff, okay? They said he's the mother's brother, whatever. But that hall that you saw Priscilla and Jux marrying in, the very last hall of their wedding, the Tanzanian finale, okay, Kikwete organized all that for them. He paid for it and all that. I'm not saying he used government money, okay? He may have his own private money that he used, but he paid for them, and he has the right to. That's his nephew, all right? So, what I was trying to tell Yabo is, Emma Losibite Bitin Mono. Can somebody translate that in the comments? Emma Losibite Bitin Mono. As angry as those youth in Tanzania are, many of them on the streets, in the ghettos, in the hoods, don't go where you're going to get killed. Wrong place at the wrong time. Imagine Jux and Priscilla now cruising around Tanzania, showing all their money and everything, because that's what they do. And some angry youth just attack. Please don't let what happened to me in 1978 happen to you. It was a government car my father was in with his children when we drove into Lagos to Corridor Road. And the rioters who were protesting against the government increasing tuition and saw that license plate, they attacked the car. Okay, when they attacked the car, they stoned the car, stone, and we could not drive anymore. The driver just screeched on the brake and he died. One stone opened his head and I saw it with my eyes. Then all the stones they had thrown opened my brother's head. 8-year-old Akintaya. My brother died at 51. He lived 43 miserable years in the wheelchair. As I got out of the burning car, they grabbed me, stripped me naked, and everybody was fingering me. Over 20 men sexually assaulted me, and they were surfing me into the air naked before someone rescued me and ran away with me. I went through a lot growing up in political violence and sexual violence. I want you to know that some of these stories I'm telling you, learn from it so it doesn't happen to you. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't want this girl, Priscilla, to go be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Yaba shouldn't be sleeping. She should be checking her kid every day because they're in a very politically charged atmosphere. Now, they say they're in Canada. Stay there for a little longer. Stop posting your whole life. Don't distract people. Did you have your baby or not? Oh, they had the baby today. Somebody had not. No, they haven't had the baby. I'm seeing bloggers posting twins. Boy, they had it. They haven't had it. She too will post, she's in Doha. Like, don't distract the Tanzanian youth. Wake up. Because on the day you step into that Tanzania, don't be the wrong target. Those guys are vicious. I've talked to some of my Tanzanian journalist friends, those at home and those at now. You know, Tanzania is not an English-speaking country. If you don't have a translator there, you can't really easily do journalism, okay? One of the agencies that wanted me to cover that election in October, I told them I've retired. I can't do any assignments now. I'm done. I just came out of hospital after 4 months yesterday for PTSD therapy, outpatient, inpatient, whatever I have to do. So I wanted you to understand what's going on here. And finally, the real point of this video is that they're now putting all their children in government. Are you blind? Nigerian politicians are bringing their children home. You are Japaing. Tanzania has now put the wife of one president, the daughter, and then the son of another. Wake up, you're the voters.